This sound has been created by the Belgian sound and music producer Electric. Like many of the bass sounds in this playlist, this sound is based on analog waveforms. But in this particular example, it is the third engine, also called the utility engine in Pigments, which delivers the core of the sound. In Pigments, the third engine can include two sampled noise generators plus a classic waveform oscillator, usually utilized to add bass frequencies to the final sound. One of this particular sound preset characteristics is the noise, which dirties the final result, along with pseudo-analog distortions. The other clear feature, of course, of this sound is its pulsating feeling, but we'll get back to that in a minute. And first things first, let's have a look at the sources, namely the noise generator and the main bass component in the utility engine. The main noise will always be the same sound looping, with a random phase upon each triggering. It's generated by the Noise 2 generator. Notice that it is said to be atonal, which means it will always stay the same whatever keys you play on the keyboard. The noise signal is then passed through a comb filter, which basically selects some narrow bands from this signal full of harmonics, which will add some grain to the sound. Note that for now, Noise 1 generator has not been used yet. But on top of the noise, we can add the main bass sound, which simply is a sine wave. Now, while the Noise 2 oscillator is passing through a comb filter, the bass sound will go through filter 1, which is a simple low-pass filter, which has another important role, as we'll soon see. As far as source oscillators go, the only missing part is Engine 1's sine wave oscillator, whose pitch is slightly modulated by a slow LFO2. A unison effect is also added. Unison means that several of these sine waves will be played in more or less detuned to create some interesting harmonics. Okay. Now about the pulsating effect. Usually you may use two ways to create an effect like this: modulating the volume or modulating a filter cutoff frequency. Here we'll use both. As you can see here, LFO3 is used to modulate filter 1's volume and cutoff frequency, as well as Engine 3 noise volume, and also the distortion effects filter. Let's hear the result. As a final touch, we can add a percussive attack using an extra sound source, which here is Noise 1 generator, itself based on a wood stick sample with some delay already part of the sound effects. Notice that as opposed to the Noise 2 generator, Noise 1 generator is set to follow the keyboard notes which are played. Also note that you can add some chorus effect to the whole sound, which will add even more movement. Finally, a bit crusher and another stage of distortion will make the sound even dirtier, if that's what you want, of course.